Without a doubt, the best day in a mountain biker's calendar is New Bike Day. For me, that day is today. For a while now, I've been looking for a new full suspension bike to add to my fleet, but as you know, 2020 is a pretty dreadful year to be looking for a new bike. With nothing left in bike shops or online, my search turned to social media where I found an absolute winner. So without further ado, let's meet my new bike and take it for a spin. This is the Cube Stereo 150 C62 All Mountain Race 29. Say that 10 times fast. All you need to know about this bike is that around 13 kilograms, this carbon frame is lightweight and strong. It boasts 160mm of front end travel provided by a RockShox Lyric fork, and it also has a RockShox Deluxe giving 150mm of rear end travel. It has carbon cranks with a 1x12 SRAM GX Eagle drivetrain for those troublesome hills. The big 29-inch wheels are sporting a Hanz Dampf on the rear and Magic Mary front tyre to provide plenty of grip all around. The previous owner of this bike had some space-themed frame protector in places, which I think adds a little something to it, so I'm going to keep it on for now. For those of you who want to see the full specification and geometry tables, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out a bit later on. That's a really quick run through of the overall bike. Now for the important part, let's take it down some trails and see how we do. When trying out a new bike, it's important to take things easy and see how you get on with it. Ideally, this should be done on some terrain that you know well and has plenty of room for error. But where's the fun in that? What I went for were trails that had a mixture of fast and flowing sections and some that had technical parts to them. The perfect training ground to test my new toy. Some of the trails I found were on pretty steep and interesting terrain, and others were more of a tight squeeze, but no matter what type of single track I was on, the bike felt amazing to ride. Before coming out today, I made a few changes to the bike. I set up my handlebars, changed the grips, swapped the pedals and checked the tyre pressure. Throughout the ride I'm going to keep an eye on the suspension so that when I'm done I can adjust it properly to suit me. Taking this bike on some different trails is what this ride is all about. Getting used to things like the wider bars in tighter sections is all part of the fun. On these trails I also managed to give the brakes a good try on some of the techie downhill. One thing that surprises me about this bike is the weight. I hadn't considered a carbon bike before, but riding the Cube Stereo it feels amazingly lightweight and super agile. You really notice this most when you're in the air. Of course, I'm absolutely loving riding this bike. Comparing this to my hardtail, it's clear that they're on the opposite end of the biking spectrum in terms of their capabilities. The whole experience of buying a bike on Facebook is a testament to the fact that you can buy a great condition second-hand bike that won't cost you the earth. When searching for new bikes, to be honest, I hadn't really looked at Cube. That was until recently, when I made a video with YouTuber Adventure Trails MTB. I'd been testing a number of different full suspension bikes over a few weeks, and for me, the Cube really blew the others away. So if you're unsure about what bike you're going to get next, I recommend testing as many as you can just to see what you like. Taking this bike out today, I really felt that I gave it a thorough riding in a variety of different types of terrains and conditions, and I can tell you that we're going to have a lot of fun riding this bike. So my new bike is now muddy and fully christened with its first ride. It will take a while to get fully dialed in and comfortable on it, and I've got a few tweaks to make to the suspension, but first impressions are pretty darn good. It's fast, comfortable and so much fun to ride. With this new addition to the bike fleet we can expand our riding horizons. We can explore some new and more challenging trails and have plenty more fun. So remember to subscribe to the channel to follow the adventure. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you next time.